Good evening. Welcome to the In Between. I am your host, Lachey Young, and tonight I have a very special guest. This is my ism. This is my friend. This is my sister, and today is her birthday. So if y'all in the comments, make sure y'all wish my ism a happy birthday. I'm going to have Keisha to introduce herself, tell you guys a little about herself before we get into these questions, honey. Go ahead, ism.
Hello, my beautiful face always beat to the gods ism. Thank you so much for the birthday love. I am Jackie Sean, known to some as Devoted, as Keisha, Southern Sunshine, a bunch of names. So I wear very many hats. Today is I call it my Jackie Robinson year because I turned a good 42. I'm a tender
Ooh.
42. So yeah, I'm a country boy from Mississippi, but by way of Atlanta now, and I'm just happy to be here and
I'm
spread
so
some.
happy to have you. I'm so
Thank
happy to
you.
have
I
you.
appreciate you. You're looking fabulous in that wine, by the way.
I mean, I had to do it for you. I had to do it. Okay. I made sure I went and got the good wine for you. All right. So, this conversation, because you wear so many hats, that's why I thought it would be amazing to have the questions I'm going to ask you tonight.
Okay.
Because we all know, well, the ones that know you know, family, friends, organizations know you as community service, unity, like you said, the Southern charm. I don't remember in all the umpteen years we've been friends, even seeing you for real mad. Um, you've always had a smile. So I'm gonna dive right into these questions.
Okay.
When you hear, and this is still also based off your military background as well, because
Okay.
you've been serving, it sounds like all your life.
Yes.
Years. Okay, so when you hear still serving, still becoming, what does that mean to you personally?
When I hear the words becoming or personally, the interesting fact about that, last year my 2025 mantra was in my becoming. So it's funny that you say that actual statement. I feel that is the pathway to whom I'm supposed to be, whom I'm aligning to be, and who the good Lord has ordained me to be. That's what I understand when I hear especially when I hear the becoming part. So it's all of the above.
Now, what about the still serving?
The still serving part is, I think, when I came out of my mother's wombs,
I believe it.
something. Honestly, so I'm the oldest of nine. For those that may not know, and I actually just got the phone with my father, the good bishop. He calls me General, and I am the oldest of nine on both mother and father side. So I feel like I've been serving to a degree since I literally came out of the womb, and what that looks like is I knew how to serve both my siblings and those around me. I didn't just start in my household because my grandparents, as well as my mother and them, did things in the community. Like my grandmother literally fed the neighborhood. It didn't matter if you was a cat, dog, the children next door. We had a little lot by our grandma's house, so we used to play same lot of baseball and basketball back in the day. Over Mississippi. So literally, I saw her feed whoever walked by. We would literally, because again, I'm from Mississippi, so we did pallets. I know y'all, I know these city slickers don't know nobody did pallet. However, my mother would pick us up, whether it was basketball practice, track practice, it would be 10, 12, 30 people in our house. And my mom would like pick us up, take us to this. And if the parents couldn't make it or whatever, they would end up staying at our house. So it was the day before the track meet. It'd be 10, 12, 15 people in my mom's house. And we would make some good pallets. So I saw them serve. And then my father, the city that he from, oh my goodness, he just picks up everybody, literally. And then my aunt was the Sunday school superintendent.
Yeah.
She would rally us up to school. So I saw them. I just didn't know it was called service. I just didn't. So I
Yeah.
don't know how to not do these things because that's what started or what had been instilled in me at a young age. Going to Sunday school or going to some form of practice or going to I didn't ever just go by myself. Or my sister and I just never went by ourselves. We always brought a village of people with us. So
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
or
Whole family of servers.
listen, I
Okay.
became a servant at 5 and 6 and did not know
And did not.
it. Did not.
Okay, so before the military, and I feel like you kind of touched on it already, but I'm still gonna go ahead and see if you want to elaborate a little bit more. Before the military, before community leadership, who were you becoming?
Before the military, I have always been I feel a leader by trade simply because I am the one of the oldest, or I am the oldest rather. So that came natural. I've always been a hype woman, literally. I've always been a cheerleader. Never cheered a day in my life.
I can't tell.
I'm telling you. Now, my sisters, they were cheerleaders.
Okay.
I was never a cheerleader. I've always been an athlete, a scholar, the tomboy of the area, somebody that even the neighbors or running to the store for them. I've always been that hype person that learned how to just do things. Like I take the initiative to just do something. You
Mm,
gotta tell me not a few things, yeah, every now and then, but some stuff I just took the initiative to do, and I've just always been that type of person. So those led into well before the military. The military structured it to not be all over the place. So they provided me that level of discipline. But again, I am a PK, and my mother is an intercessor, and my stepfather is a deacon, and then my stepmother is the first lady, obviously. So even before they all got those titles, I always had a level of discipline because again, my auntie Mary didn't play them games at Sunday
yeah,
school at First
yeah,
Baptist in Hollandale, Mississippi. They didn't play them games. Or
right.
Daddy Baby, my grandfather, who was a deacon or a chief deacon, they just didn't play that. So I come from a generation, you just had to give me a look and I would
Mhm.
straighten up.
Yeah, you
So
you had
therefore,
the
quickly. So therefore, going before the military, I already had a level of discipline.
yeah.
That once I got to the military, it just enhanced it. And I just became this, set, I won't say set in my ways, but I just became even more disciplined in certain things and it enhanced my leadership skills. So that's
Okay. At what point, and I feel like you touched this too a little bit. At what point did you realize service wasn't just something you did? It was something. It was shaping you for who you are or where you are.
anytime I can either feed somebody or go pick up somebody, whether I'm taking them to work, giving them a ride, picking up their kid from school, dropping off balloons or card. When I realized it was not just something to do, it was like something I made sure I did. Before the Sunshine Ministry, before I got to where I'm at now at my church, the Sunshine Ministry, we got it old school sick and shut in. I've been doing sick and shut in since a kid.
Yeah.
I'm talking about my aunt would take us and we would go visit literally whatever elderly person was on the list. And we would stop by, talk, bring them something, just give them a good laugh or just stop by. At a young age, that meant a lot to a seasoned saint, or that meant a lot to someone that maybe could not get around. So I literally have been a servant or serving in that capacity as a kid. I just didn't know it or gave it a different title when I got older.
Yeah. 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 What made you? Now this is a question just off the top of my head. What made you sign up for the military?
Actually, my father served. He was a Marine. I didn't want to do Marines
Okay.
though, but I wanted to make sure that my siblings were taken care of. So I joined. My mother knows this now, so I can say it now. But
Mhm.
I joined the day. Obviously, my birthday's today, so I joined the day of my birthday when I had just turned 17.
Ooh,
I
that was
did.
very early.
Real, yes. So I signed the papers
Okay.
because at that time, long as I didn't have to have a parental, but then I found out I did. So what happened was the Lord has forgiven me for this. I tricked my mother.
Okay.
I thought I could do it at 17, but I actually had to wait till I was 18. So I told my mother I had a track meet and I had to do a physical. So I had to go to MEP station. At that time, it was in Jackson, Mississippi. So I said, Mom, she was in the bathtub. I said, hey, I got to go do a physical tomorrow. Can you sign this paper? And she did not pay attention.
Hmm.
And she signed the paper because I kind of hid the top part. I was like,
Yeah.
here, Mom,
Yeah.
sign this paper real quick. She's like, girl, don't you see a minute? And I was like, here, sign this paper. and she signed it. And then later, as in the next day, I said, "Hey, mom, I gotta go to Jackson. I got a physical." And then I joined the military. I did because I knew she was gonna sign it.
Right, 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 right.
So that's how I wanted to make sure my siblings were good. Um, and again, I'm from a small country town, so after high school, I mean, I had plans to go. Actually got a scholarship to softball and things of that nature. I had plans to still go to school. I started, um, and then I was like, I really want to do something different, something bigger, and so
Yeah,
got them
that's
papers
big.
signed. And the same year, I went off to basic. So I did mine straight through. As soon as I graduated high school, in May. I went to basic, I think in August. Yeah, in August of that same year. So it kind of was a little fast progressive.
Yeah, yeah,
My
yeah,
mother, she forgave me eventually.
yeah. Well, thank you for serving.
Pretty
That's
fast.
a sacrifice. Thank you. Were there parts of yourself you felt you had to mute in order to serve?
In the beginning, I no, not necessarily. As I as laws or rules or things of that nature, like don't ask, don't tell, had not been um put into law when I was serving. It came my latter part of my career. So being a same gender loving individual, I guess people just didn't really pay attention or didn't care. I present the same way I do now.
Right.
Actually always presented this way. So that was never a problem. In some spaces, I think people probably thought, but it was never a question for me. They just actually just liked my personality. I
Mhm.
presented as, Jenny on the block. I'm cool with the boys, the girls.
Yeah.
I've always been, look, a leader to a degree. So it was never really a question. Now, did I see friends? Yeah. But I never had to dim my light at all.
That's dope. That's
Not
dope.
at all.
Do you think people in the LGBT community experience service differently, emotionally or psychologically?
Do they experience emotionally? Yes. Service looks different for everyone because some people could have come up in a generation or a time frame. They had church hurt. So going to like do sick and shut in things or sunshine ministry or going to feed the homeless make it look a little different versus a person who started doing it and didn't realize that you were doing it, or a person that may not have their own emotional and or psychological strength to where they want to, may not be so honed on trying to do service because they're trying to figure themselves out first.
Yeah.
Or you could be like I am. Service is a form of healing for me. So it touches my emotional and psychological to allow me to be strengthened in those areas. So anytime I'm having I won't say a bad day, or anytime I'm having a moment, I'm reminded about service or I'm reminded to do something and it makes me feel better.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
because
those
you
are,
celebrate people on your birthday.
I really did. I was at the Capitol today for Advocacy Day because I'm a lupus warrior. So yes, I got to hang out with representatives to learn about some more bills that they're trying to pass in the state of Georgia in reference to us lupus warriors getting better care, education in those areas, whether it's your care is through Medicaid, Medicare, however, but getting um, ways that these people can afford their copays or
Yeah.
afford to get their infusions and treatments like I do. Like I go to every 30 days, I have an infusion that I go just specifically for my lupus.
Yeah.
Don't include the other stuff. That's just
Yeah.
specifically for that one.
And yet you still serve.
And yet I went. It was such a great day. I really had a good time.
I believe you. I
I
100% believe
did.
you.
I really did. I got to meet a lot of people and realize who some of my House representatives were on the both the state and I mean both the House and the Senate side. So I got to put a physical face with their names. So that was
Yeah.
really cool for me.
I can see you in politics. I can
Mm,
see it. I can. You so friendly.
I know, but I'm gonna leave that for the other people.
Leave for other people. Uh-huh. People often see you as strong. Where does softness fit into your leadership?
I am a very compassionate leader. Probably in the beginning, and it's funny that you said that. One of my besties called me today, and we were um, talking about when we served together. for over a decade, and how the generation that came after us, with them, I ranked pretty quickly. I would say I made um, E5 to E6 and then E7 on a fast track. So if a school came open, I went. So again, I'm from a time frame that my parents didn't have to fuss at me or I didn't have to get a whipping. They just had to give me this look. The people I served with were the same for me. I've never that no disrespect happened because I treated them first with a level of respect, and they would see me in the trenches with them. So if I tell you to do it, I gotta be already able to do it first myself, or I gotta demonstrate to you how to do something. So they saw me being staff sergeant ballot, or they saw me being sergeant first class ballot and doing it with them, and then I had to learn how to. I'm supposed to tell you to do, and then step back and watch you do what I do a multitude of other things. So I was telling my friend Alsha that I remember how we would go partying and still be at formation the next morning on time for PT because they knew I didn't play that with them at all.
Right.
I would just tell them, I would give them the look now, why are you late? And they were like, my bad, Sar, and this, that, another. You know, they would apologize for it and then make up for it. And then some that came behind us, they didn't care about losing their money or losing their, oh, I went through all that. You think about to lose it for free? Not happening. So that comes with a level of discipline that was instilled to me from the military, and it's just me being in general a person that likes to make sure things are done.
Yeah.
So I'm able to tie those things together. I believe in leadership, but if the boss said X, Y, and Z, as long as it's not illegal, then I feel it should get done, and I'm gonna get it done.
Yeah. Let's see. Have you ever had to unlearn survival in order to actually heal?
Ooh, that's a good one. Unlearn survival. Yes. Actually, my sister told me this one time. I'm the oldest. So I think something one of my younger siblings had to do, and I was trying to figure out how to do it. And my sister said, Keisha, they grown now. You ain't got to figure this out for them. And I looked at her and I said, they still my babies. But I had to realize that I don't have to take on everybody else's tasks in order for them to survive, especially if I've equipped them with certain tools and strategies and the know-how to or ways to do certain things. Just like our parents, when they teach us certain things, they have given us the know-how that we can do it. They ain't gotta always go right through all of it to do it. If I taught you how to do it, I have the confidence in you that you can do it. So that was one of my survival technically that I had to unlearn, that I don't have to take on everybody else's things. And then setting boundaries that, again, and my LS attest to this, she and I both, I can't be everybody's super saver. I can't, because it'll weigh you out.
It will. When they be gone with their business.
Baby, I can't want you to heal or you to be and or do better more than you do.
Absolutely.
So if you're not ready for that phase and or that stage, or if you are not to that level of emotional intelligence, or you are not to that level of you realize your mistakes or things you still have to, I'm gonna call them weaknesses, or things you have to do better in, and I've realized them. I can't keep telling you now, you need to this. I can't, that's not my ministry. I've learned to say that, just that, that's just not my ministry. And it's okay. And again, I'm a Pisces, and be okay that this person or people may not be to the certain levels that I potentially see in them. I ain't the good Lord. The Lord gave them. I gotta let them figure it on their own.
Baby, I don't like potential nothing.
And I've also learned that too, that I see potential in a lot of people. Not to say I shouldn't.
Right.
But I have to see that then. And sometimes that's just it. I see the potential in them, and they just may not have it.
And they might not never see it, and it's okay.
And they may not never see it, and I have to be okay with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, those are probably, I would say, definitely some of my, biggest lessons too.
What are you still becoming right now?
Ooh, I am still becoming someone's future wife. I am still becoming um, a future mother. Again, I have a little one, but not biologically.
Yeah.
Um, I am still becoming a, a even more positive deacon.
Mhm.
I'm still becoming an even better child of God. I'm becoming an even better sibling, older sibling, mentor, person of the cloth, I like to say,
Yeah.
an even brighter sunshine, um, an even better friend, a better Maddie, because I have a lot of children. Yes, um, a- I do.
You do.
Better line sister, a better soror, um, a better person in general. Where it's all from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. Better. That is what I am becoming.
Has there been a version of you that had to grieve in order to
Ooh.
grow?
Oh, yes. Now that part is some again the Pisces in me. Um, Relationships. I had to grieve the separation, not just like I date a person, but even friendships or people with people, whether it been family or if it's been like a long term relationship, a long term friend.
Hmm.
Again, it goes back to that potential I had in people. So grieving these things that I saw in people that eh, didn't necessarily happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that.
Okay, I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Because I mean, it ain't nothing to cut. Okay, my bad.
Oh, I know. I finished it for you.
Okay, yeah.
How do you balance serving others without abandoning yourself?
I had to learn that actually. I did. That goes back to my LS in being a principal person.
As she
To
said,
where
y'all are the person. So like,
I actually had to get to the point um asking myself this question. So if I do this for not necessarily if I do this for this person, but if I do this or if I give a yes to this, is this a part of my ministry or am I just doing it because I don't know, I want to do it, I think is the right thing. And I
right.
had to learn to say no, set boundaries in that so that again, I am a lupus warrior. That's just one of them.
Yeah.
I have several other autoimmune conditions, and my LS will fuss at me about them. So I had to learn to sit down
Sat
so that
down.
the Lord don't set me down again. Oh, I'm not gonna look at my ism face, but I had to learn that or be fussed at by the people within my village,
Yeah.
whether it's my village, whether it's my friends, my misfits, whether it's my frats, my sorors, or my siblings in general.
Yeah.
I had to, and they fuss at me still to this day.
That's
But
it.
I had to learn to say, no, I'm okay, not today.
She, baby. I wish I could take an offering for this one right here.
I'm just saying, I had to. Some lessons take longer.
They
In
do,
my
and it's
tender
okay.
42, I'm gonna say I learned some years ago, but
Mhm.
I've been hard headed. I have, but not this year. Oh no, I have not been hard headed this year. I take
Absolutely.
naps. I say no. I sit in my recliner.
Mhm.
I tell my friends, they're like, you just keep going. No, it looks like that because I might combine a couple of days
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
But on average, I'm telling you, I used to go from the time I got up till late at night. And if it was on my calendar, I made it happen, regardless if I had to go way across town. And I live in one side of the town, and a lot of stuff is in the city or this, that, another. That was the you
Don't
ain't
I
gotta do
know?
that lookism. You ain't gotta do that look, you know. That was the old me. The new me, I say if I can't do it.
Yeah.
But if I can and my body says we can, then I want to. But I do say no.
Long, long as you're listening to,
I do. I'm telling you. Oh,
yeah.
baby, me and this good recliner right here. we have I have caught up on shows because my siblings, in order for them to know I'm sitting down, I have to watch a series of something that they've watched or we watch it together. So that's how they
Oh,
know I sit still.
I
But if
like
I'm
that. You
well
have to sit
behind,
still. Uh-huh.
yes, because I was well behind on TV. I mean, well behind. So now I catch up on stuff and we talk about it. So therefore, they know I'm sitting still because I
Yeah.
like to watch my TV in my living room, in my recliner. And
Hmm.
otherwise, I don't do it on my phone. I just literally sit and be intentional about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do. I really
And
do.
that's what matters. It has to be intentional,
Oh,
and it really
yes.
does.
I'm
Mhm.
telling you. I have a whole I have one day. Now, one of my friends said make it two, so I'm working on that part. But
Mhm.
once a month, I do have a whole day. I either DoorDash food or I cook that Friday to last me the weekend, so I don't have to leave my house. And it'd be me and Batman, or well, he with my mama right now, so it just be me. And I just sit. I don't leave the house unless I go sit on my porch or check my mailbox. But I do absolutely nothing.
I love it.
I
I
do.
love it. I love it. What does real unity in the LGBT community look like to you?
Oh, real unity. I'll give you an example.
Mhm.
So, as I am a part of Alpha Lambda Zeta Fraternity Incorporated,
Mhm.
where I serve as in two positions,
Mhm.
the Supreme Anti-Basilisk of events, as well as community and political outreach. On this past January, we celebrated 20 years.
Mhm.
What unity in the Greek world looked like when people from all over the world, Greeks, and non-Greeks, politicians, city officials, friends, loved ones flew from wherever they came from to Las Vegas, Nevada to come and celebrate with us. We didn't have no mess. We didn't have no ints. We didn't have no minions acting up. People legitimate. And now when we did service, I intentionally put different groups with different organizations
Mhm.
and we all got along. When I say the women took pictures together, the masculine films, the masculine women, the men, D9 Greeks, LGBT Greeks, your mamas, your cousins, your sisters, whomever, we literally got together. Not saying that other organizations have not done that, but
Right.
that's
Right.
a prime example for me this year that we were able to do. And people loved it. Like every
Mhm.
event we had, people showed up for it and they
Yeah.
wanted to help. How can I do this?
Mhm.
What's next? Like they've been excited about it.
Yeah.
That is one of the reasons or one of the parts of what unity looks like for me in general, where you can be in a space, nobody judge you, nobody said anything off the wall. You can let your hair down,
Yeah.
you can flip it 2 or 3 times.
Mhm.
I
All
mean,
that.
you
All
know, I love
that.
your hair flip. So, like I flipped my hair because shout out to my stylist Broski. I had my hair in a barrel and I took it down. And baby, you see this length?
And flipped.
Baby,
You
I flipped my
did.
hair the whole weekend. And I mean the whole weekend. And nobody said, why you keep flipping? They embraced it. They were like,
Yeah.
oh, your hair getting long and this. So
It
it was,
is. I see
thank you. Shout out to
it.
my broski. It's my stylist.
Yeah.
But it has grown from whence the Lord has brought me.
It has. I see it laying on the shoulder.
I'm talking about so that is one of the examples of unity when we can be in spaces where we have an ultimate goal, and that's to learn as many people as possible, see what y'all doing, how we can connect, becoming community partners or collaboration. I love a good correlation and a good collaboration.
Yeah.
You will always hear me say those words.
Yeah.
Love them.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, how do you bring love into spaces that may not always return it?
I walk into a room, it's always gonna be love.
And it is.
I'm telling you, I do. I
Absolutely.
have learned that is one of the good gifts the good Lord gave me when I walk into a space. You can't again, and I think that's probably why um when people look or whatever because of my attire, you just see my attire.
Yeah.
But it's just masculine clothing.
Yeah.
However, the body that the good Nate and the good Jackie gave me spells female.
It does.
So either you gonna give me a compliment or you
Mhm.
gonna look like you want to hate, but you're not gonna say nothing.
Mm-mm.
Because
Mm-mm.
either I'm gonna be fly, I'm gonna be dapper, I'm gonna be, I mean, and then I'm gonna smile
And
and
then,
you're gonna see these good dimples.
and
How
then,
can you be mad at these good dimples my auntie Mary gave me. You just can't
Uh-huh.
be.
Very true. You can't.
I'm telling you,
You
cannot be.
cannot. Okay, I got two more questions before we close out. What responsibility comes with being seen as a staple in the community? Because you definitely are one.
Responsibilities. I would definitely say that continuing to bring that light into any space that I may frequent, or if I don't go to it, connecting those people so that light can continue, whether I'm there, you're there, if it's other Greek organizations, if it's non-Greek. Those are, I feel, our responsibilities. Why are we not passing on information? If I'm a single mother and my child needs some type of care, or I have a child that maybe have a 504 plan or IEP, it is my responsibility to share knowledge. It is my responsibility to share wisdom. It is my responsibility to get out what, if I know it, I want to pass it out and share it. I can't keep it.
Yeah.
For what? Why am I hogging
Yeah.
on to it?
Yeah.
As much as possible and connect the dots. And what connecting the dots looks like, if I am not the AI guru, I'm not the website designer, and I know somebody is, cool. I'm gonna put them out. Shout out to my good friend Heather and you ism. Y'all are my AI people. That ain't my thing. It really is not. But I'll ask y'all. And I
Right.
do. LS is my stylist. She's my fashion person. Her or my kid 40. My brother actually does web design. My line sister is the health guru. Like, she makes all the juices and like connecting people to those things you need. I work for a wonderful, phenomenal agency that I'm an employment specialist. So I help young adults find gainful employment that may society might have written off. So
Yeah.
I told a young lady last night, actually I was at trivia for Human Rights Campaign. She was saying she had a son, and I was like, hey, have you tried this resource? Connecting the dots. There's no use in hogging information, especially our educators. Like, one of my friends is a registrar. Anytime she tell me something about a county that she works in, I pass it on.
Yeah.
Anytime my friends that are in the trucking world, I pass it on. Anybody, my Ellis is forever. She's doing masterpieces, master classes for
Mhm.
9 million things. Our church does it. Outreach. That's what connecting the ties look like. And I feel that is our responsibility. If I know it, share it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if I don't know it, then I can find the answer.
Uh-huh, sure can, because it's enough
That's it.
people with it.
It's a
Mhm.
lot of people. All you gotta do is act sometimes. And
Yeah.
then while sharing it, love on somebody. It doesn't cost anything to be kind. And
Yeah.
it doesn't cost anything to give a smile.
No, it doesn't.
Those are our responsibilities. And it, depending on your religion or who you serve, you are supposed to bring people to the kingdom or the kingdom, whichever one you prefer to call.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
supposed to.
Yeah.
So if you see me, then I want you to see the God that is in me when you see me. And
Yeah.
if you don't, then it's something I got to work on that. But those are my responsibilities, to show myself friendly, share the information, and bring people closer to Christ, regardless of how that looks. Again, that's my religion. That may not be
Yeah.
everybody else's, but bring
Right.
people to your fold, for lack of better
To
term.
love. That's just it.
I mean, because that's what it is, love.
That's what it
I mean,
is. Love.
do y'all not see the administration we living in? As
Yeah.
my grandma used to say, the times that we are living in,
Yeah. Yeah.
like, we really have to spread more love
Yeah.
than hate,
That's
because
just so
the world
simple.
is already hateful enough. So why are we
Mhm.
going to add to that?
Yeah.
It don't cost nothing to smile. It don't cost nothing to give a card to a friend. And even like youism, you're a great example of that. You know 9,000 people and you check on 9,001. I don't know where the other one come from, but somehow you do it. You check on a plethora of people. You are always promoting sisterhood. You're always figuring out a way to get people together. You love a good friend anniversary, friendsgiving, a thing to put a trip together, baby.
I do.
You and my dear mother, Miko, somehow y'all will always put an event or a function to bring people together.
Yeah.
Y'all love it. I'm talking about
Yeah.
absolutely love it. And I love that for y'all.
Yeah. It gives the opportunity to love on people because
Right.
everybody don't get it every day.
Everybody does it. And then
Mhm.
it creates those safe spaces where you
Yeah.
can let your hair down and you learn stuff about people.
Mhm.
Girl, I didn't know you worked for. the people. I didn't know you worked in this space. I didn't
Yeah.
know you were a realtor. I didn't know you had an education background.
Yeah.
I didn't know you and your wife use IVF, or I didn't
Mhm.
know you and your wife use double, whatever the term, like you
Yeah.
find. I didn't know y'all could. I'm learning. I'm new to being a homeowner. Well, I didn't know I could write this off on my taxes, or I didn't know you can do, like, you learn so many things with just having a conversation
Yeah.
with people.
Yeah.
And I love a good conversation.
And I feel like when you love on people, you actually get to love on yourself.
Oh my goodness, do you? Oh my.
Mhm.
Anytime you spread sunshine, a little piece of you is continuing to be healed.
Mhm. Every time.
The pieces continue to go together that were all scattered all over. But
Mhm.
as you attempt, I didn't say you attempting to heal the people, but as you spread love to the people, a little bit more of you is becoming healed.
Yeah.
I'm
Absolutely.
telling you, it really does happen. Reciprocity. I believe in it.
Absolutely. I don't want it if it ain't.
Listen, unless
Okay. When you look out the windshield,
you,
what future are you driving towards?
oh, sets scene. As I drive in my brand new Tahoe Captain Seats all black wine interior, full tank of gas, insurance covered for the entire year, truck paid off, because I have the ability and the capacity to do that. I
Absolutely.
want one vehicle, I can get another.
Mhm.
And as I'm driving down the highway, going the speed limit, and my Pandora is playing some. I'm an old school country boy, so I like blues and neo soul and playing some good trail ride music.
Mhm.
And my future partner is sitting beside me, the kids in the back, godchildren or children, whichever one is back there. Because
Mhm.
my good baby Abby, she'll ride with me anywhere, honey,
And well.
and anywhere. Her and
Mhm.
my godson Chance and Taylor too. They will ride. The girls, Kai not, they will ride. When I tell you they ride with me anywhere,
Mhm.
we ride, right? So as I'm going down the highway, might be going on a trip, or I might surprise my good LS because I just like to drive sometimes. But as I'm driving, I notice numbers, and I like numbers. And each number that I see, I pay attention. So I'm when I moved to Georgia, and I would tell somebody exit, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, the 7585 exchange," or this. I say the actual exit number because that's how I learned the name. So I gotta say the number first, though. I do. And folks be like, "You mean uh Jimmy Lee Carter?" This, like, no, I mean 67, or I mean 83, and then the name. Like, I had, that's how I
Yeah.
learned.
Yeah.
So I'm driving down the highway, I see numbers, and then I remember the name, and I see I'm just going, and I love water, so I'm probably driving to somebody's beach or something. And as I continue to see these numbers and names, I pay attention to the people that are driving beside me that are in these, vehicles that drive themselves. But I'm continuing on the road, paying attention. And I might get a phone call from a good friend and we chat it up and keep going. But as I drive, something always comes to me, either a revelation, in the midst of my whatever form of music I'm listening to at the time. But it also always gives me a speaking topic as I drive. And so I talk to text my notes as I'm driving. And that is
Mhm.
how some of, I won't say best sermons because I'm not preaching, but that is how some of my best plans have come about. And I write those notes, and then I go, when I get to my destination, I go back and look at those. And so those are like mile markers. You know how we passing down the
Yeah.
road and you see different mile markers, but those notes are my mile markers to remind me to go back and assess whatever it is I wrote. I talk to text because I'm not texting and driving. Whatever I wrote down at that time, to go back and say, okay, Lord, this came to me. So it had to have been a reason
Yeah.
it came to me. Now, how do, or what does, or how would this align with where you want me to go? And that's how I foresee me driving in the future. Doing the
Still
work,
becoming.
still
Always
be,
becoming. Mhm.
still doing the work. The work doesn't stop
Yeah.
because I took a day off, or I decided to sleep in, or because I'm not feeling well. Somebody else does it. And
Yeah.
that's where we pass the torch. Or even as we're driving past people down the highway, you can see somebody, even if you just pass and give them a smile, that might have been the pathway of them not running into something, or that might have been them not going home mad and beating their wives or beating their spouses or cussing out their children because somebody gave them a smile along the highway, or somebody didn't cut them off and you waved at them instead of throwing them the bird.
Yeah.
So I'm very mindful of that as I'm driving down the road, as I'm going up and down the highway, and as I'm becoming who I'm becoming, and as I'm continuing to my destination. I'm mindful of those
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. Okay, so we're coming to the close. I want you to tell these good fine folks where they can find my favorite Southern Charm, where they can see you, because I believe it's like you got like a podcast or something that might be popping off one day.
You know,
So being able to, tell the people how they can follow you, any closing remarks you want to give to help the people continue to they become.
well, definitely on a business side, well, not my business, but personally, but the organization side. Every year, or not every year, I've started hosting a love talks, and my wonderful ism is on it. So it's couples from our organization that come on, and I ask them a plethora of questions, and like we really learn from each other. I give them homework before and
Hmm.
after, and it's a sense of that part of becoming, because I've seen many of them when they either started or where they are now, or
Hmm.
they've gotten engaged or they've been married and hit a milestone. So
Yeah.
it's such a level of inspiration for those of us that are not married at this moment to just see it. So Love Talks February 25th. You can check out Alpha Lambda Zeta Fraternity. It's on our website as well. It is you have to register for it, and that is 7 p.m. on the 25th. Um, and then we have tons of things. But my handles is Keisha Balla on Facebook. My Instagram is the Prep Dimples, of course, because I am a preppy boy. I have dimples.
And
So
do
I do. Yeah, those are where you can find me. You can see me in the streets, um, you know,
serving.
somewhere
Hmm.
Monday through Sunday. If you're in the Atlanta area and you ever want a place to serve, as in service, as in church, I am a member, a proud member of Real Inspiration Ministries. Um, we call it RIM for short, RIM Fellowship UCC, by the way. And we are located at 3125 Presidential
You
Parkway,
better come on.
Atlanta, Georgia. Sometimes you might see this face at the door or in the admin section or in the front. It just depends. If you want to get involved in several things, if you are a mass presenting female and you want a sisterhood, I am a proud member again of Alpha Lambda Zeta Fraternity Incorporated. I am a proud member also of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. That has different requirements. So if you ever thought about D9 Greek, there are a plethora. Obviously, it's
Yeah.
a D9 Greek, so there are others. So govern yourselves accordingly. If you
Amen.
just want to be out in the streets in general, I'm a part of outreach. I do work. I am a part of the Atlanta Steering Committee for the Human Rights Campaign. I do work with the Mission Continues, now called the Travis Manning Foundation, Minority Veterans of America, Wounded Warrior Project. I am, as my LS Debonair says, I am a community frat. So you will, I mean, again, you can find me somewhere,
Yeah.
all from literally from Mississippi back to Georgia. My baby,
Serving.
my vehicle has gone out of 50 states. We've gone to 32,
Oh, heck yeah.
and
Hmm.
I've driven
I
in that.
believe it. I know.
That's why she's sitting right now because her sick right now. Lady Snow's sick, so it's okay. But I'm gonna
Okay.
be back. We're gonna be back driving all over, but her
And
sick.
will. And will.
But we fly now more. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
let's see.
Yeah. You can't drive
Yeah,
a baby.
those are places that you would catch me throughout this year, collaborating with different organizations, whether it's a sorority, fraternity, whether it's an activist group, church group, some political, but more so definitely advocating this year for both lupus and autoimmune conditions in general. So, any of those you want to do service just in general, I am a veteran. Just come holler at your girl. If I
Oh,
don't know what's going on that day or that weekend, I promise you I'll find somebody that does.
you sure will.
I sure will. I call it. Y'all know what day it is? Service Saturday. So yes, I'm all for it, and gonna continue to be for it until the good Lord say,
Otherwise,
well done.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so as we close, I want to again personally thank you for taking your time out on your birthday to yet again
Happy
serve.
birthday. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
And my brother's birthday. So my brother and I, we aren't twins, but we are twins. Today
Hmm.
is Trey Ballard's birthday. And my best friend Nikki had her son on my birthday in high school. So I shared with my nephew and my brother.
I love
And
it.
yeah, and then I have a battle buddy, Maine. Today is their birthday as well. So yeah.
Come on, beginning of the Pisces season.
That's it. We have started.
Started. I
We
mean,
have
I love
some,
that zodiac. So yeah, I'm for it. I'm all
yes.
for it.
We are for Team Pisces all day. It is our time. It is our season. It is our year of excellence. I always say it's our year of excellence, but for me, it is definitely my Jackie Robinson year. And Jackie Robinson was a great. So
Yeah.
my tender, as I like to call myself, as a tender 42. Oh yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
be a good year. I already claimed it. Um,
Yes.
my solar return just keeps
Mm-hmm.
returning and
Keep
returning
returning.
and
Keep
returning.
returning.
So
Mm-hmm.
y'all be on the lookout for the fabulous things that I'm going to do that has already been prophesied over my life that will come
Mm-hmm.
to existence.
It
And I'm
will.
going to live to
It
see
has.
it happen. Yeah,
Yeah, it has come to existence.
it has.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, so I just want to thank you again, again, just for being so selfless,
Thank you.
because you took your day and allowed me to have you on my segment, and I really appreciate it. I
Oh,
absolutely
yeah.
do. But you know,
There
I
is
absolutely love you beyond
always, there
words.
is not nothing
I
I won't
believe
do
it.
for my ism.
I believe it 100%. I don't doubt not one word that come out of your mouth.
That is it.
And I do. I thank you. I thank you. And I thank you again. Fine folks, we will see you guys next week. I love you. We love you. And I hope you love yourself. Tune in next Thursday for the in between. What will we get into next week?
Yes.